So if you're watching this, you should have already read Little Pilgrim's Progress, the first 2 chapters. So I'm going to show you now what to do after you're done reading. Each 2 chapters, we're going to have a part that we do a summary page. I want to talk a little bit about how this story is an allegory. Just like Little Pilgrim's Progress was, just like The Magician's Nephew was, this story is just like something else we know, and it's the Christian walk. Just like The Magician's Nephew was just the creation story told in a simpler form for us to be able to understand some things. This story is told so we can understand what the Christian life is like. So as we read, I want you to think about what each person and place is a symbol of in a real Christian life. Okay? So what do you think evangelist is? Who is that? And do you know what an evangelist is? Okay, that would be helpful to know, right? I think that's one of your vocabulary words. The other thing, as I'm going to show you how to do what I'm expecting of your, I'm going to turn this down the other way. Okay, it might be a little wonky here because I had to do a little makeshift setup. My house is not really prepared for social distancing school, but we'll do the best we can, okay? So your page, find in your binder the page that looks like this. You should have a whole bunch of them. So, and this is the top half we're going to do today, and then it starts over here, and that will be for tomorrow's. So today we'll start with the summary for our chapters, and that was chapter 1 and 2. Okay? And then who are our key characters in here? Just give you a second to write down who is in this. So we have Christian. Oh, I spelled him wrong. Oh dear, I'm still spelling him wrong. I need my magic eraser, don't I? Let me just cross that out. Sorry. It's Christian. Christiana, right? And I'm going to say evangelist. I'm going to say there's not a right or wrong answer in these. You might leave someone out. You might add extra characters, and that's fine. You might add the nurse or is it his nursemaid, right? Or you might add the boys and the girls. So I'm just listing maybe the ones they said their names, okay? And then what is the main event of these 2 chapters? And I think when I think about it, it is his burden. Okay, Christian has a or how about he wants to go, and you don't have to write complete sentences here. Wants to go, that will come in a minute, to go to the celestial. If you didn't know that word before, you're going to learn it here, celestial, because we're going to say it a ton, because that's where he's going. This whole book is all about him making his way there. Okay, why? What happened in these 2 chapters? Why? And I think that he wants to go to the celestial city because he has a burden, right? So he has a burden. I'm just going to write burden. Okay. There's something about that sound of that city he wants to go. He believes, right? Okay, and so where are some places that this chapter or these 2 chapters mentioned? One of them is the city of destruction. Okay, that's where it kind of takes place, right? You're talking about going to Celestial City, but right now they're still in the city of destruction. So now down here, it says to put your thoughts together in complete sentences. So here's our thoughts up here, not in complete sentences. And we want to include all the information that we put above here. And we don't want to start with the pronoun. So we're going to start with, I'm going to say Christian. I'm going to write in cursive too, and I would encourage you to. Wants to go to the celestial city. Now, it doesn't have to be like a story. You can just do your thoughts in complete sentences, okay? So it doesn't have to go in order at this point. We'll get to that later. Okay, so just write your thoughts in complete sentences. So Christian wants to go to the celestial city. I'll say Christian has a burden and let's talk about evangelist shows him how to leave the city. And maybe I'll say one more thing. Christian wants Christiana to go with him. Okay. So I've tried to mention everything that I have up here, all the people I mentioned. I'm going to mention them down here. The places I mentioned, I'm going to mention down here too. Okay. These are my notes up here to follow to help me write complete sentences about what's going on in that chapter. Okay. So now this is going to be for 3 and 4, chapters 3 and 4, and we'll do those tomorrow.